So this is the New Year's Eve look I came up with. I didn't want to do something that was like traditional, like black and silver. I feel like a lot of people are doing black and silver, and then I feel like a lot of people are doing purple, which what I was originally going to do. But I decided to do a bronzy kind of look. There is glitter involved. It didn't necessarily turn out the glitter didn't turn out the way I wanted it to because I don't have any glitter adhesive right now. I am completely out, so I used lash glue and I forgot how much I hated that. But if you have a glitter adhesive, I would definitely recommend using that, or maybe a clear mascara or something like that. But anyway, if you want to see how I do this look, please keep on watching. I've already primed my face per usual, and I'm using Urban Decay's Naked Skin, not for its staying power, but for the fact that I need to use it up. I would definitely recommend using something that you know will last the entire night. And just to conceal any blemishes, I'm using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind. Kind of overusing this under my eyes. It doesn't look very nice anymore to me, so I'm just kind of using it up all over my face to cover blemishes. Then to highlight, I'm using Rimmel's Wake Me Up concealer, and I'm pretty much just going to run this through the center of my face. And if you have noticed, I am using the Beauty Blender to blend everything out. I do have a comparison between that and the Real Techniques one coming up probably after this video. That'll probably be the next video up, but it probably won't be till after the new year. Then I'm going to take MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer to highlight under my eyes and also conceal under my eyes. This concealer is amazing for this, and I've only had it for a short time and I'm in love with it. I'm also really in love with the Beauty Blender, if you cannot tell. Then to set under my eyes, I'm using the Real Techniques setting brush and the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, but instead of just keeping the powder under my eyes, I'm using to set all of the concealer that I placed. Then to set the rest of my face, I am using Clinique's Blended Face Powder, and I'm applying it avoiding my under eye area because I did put the Secret Brightening Powder there because I really want my contour and highlight to stand out more because it is a party look. Then for contouring, which I've already done, I used 2 Real Techniques brushes and my Hoola bronzer. Then for blush today, I'm using a new Extra Dimension blush from MAC. I'm not really sure how to say the name. I will leave it down below though. I'm really loving this color. It is just kind of like a very peachy pink color. It's more pink than peach, but it is a very nice color, and since I was going so strong on the eyes, I decided I would use that. Then to highlight, I'm using my Mary Luminizer and my Real Techniques stippling contour brush. I feel that this doesn't look so like, whoa, highlight, because it is a stippling style brush. I think with my setting brush I was just getting too much on. I'm also taking that on my finger and applying it to my Cupid's bow, and I'm just going to blend over it with my Real Techniques brush. As you can see, I've already done my brows using my Makeup Forever brow pencil and some other things. List those down below. Then for the eyes, I've primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, just the original, and then I'm going to be using the Kat Von D palette. And the first color I'm using is Fallen, and it's a very pretty bronzy shade, and I'm just applying that all over my lid with a stiff flat brush. And then with that same brush, I am applying it to my lower lash line as well. Then to just kind of smoke out the lower lash line a little bit more, I am using my Real Techniques shader brush and just kind of blending that out. I did pick up a little bit more color. Then I'm going to go in with the color Sunset Boulevard, and I'm going to use that on the same stiff flat brush and apply that to the inner corners just to highlight. Then I am taking this peach toned color called Geek, and I'm going to use that on a fluffy brush just to start blending out my crease and just making sure there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going to go in with the color Cry Later, which is a very pretty kind of bronzy brown with some gold glitter in it. And I'm going to start definitely defining my crease. You can build this up as dark or as light as you feel comfortable. Then to blend out that top edge, I am taking the color Countess, which is just a matte cream shade, and this is also going to act as my brow bone highlight. Since I'm going to be using glitter, I didn't want to go too crazy with the brow bone highlight. Then on a flat liner brush, I'm going back into the Cry Later and blending that on the lower half of my lash line, the lower outer half. Then I'm going back into Fallen because I feel like adding the brown, I lost some of that bronze color and I really want that bronze shade to pop. Then going in with my Real Techniques, I think this is actually a brow brush, but it's perfect for what I want to do. I'm going into Cry Later again, and I'm going to start running that along my lash line. Using this brush is going to create kind of a thicker line, and that's what I wanted. If you don't want a thicker line, I would recommend using a thinner angled brush for this. Then picking up a smaller brush, this is a MAC 263, I'm going into the color Oddfellow, which is a glittery black shade. And I'm really just going to run this along my lash line just to really make my eyes kind of pop a little bit more. I think black does that better than brown, but you can skip this step if you want. And then I'm going back in and kind of winging out my eyes with the Oddfellow color, but not really, just adding a little bit of a lift at the outer corner. I'm also putting that color on the very outer corner of my lower lash line as well. And then I'm going back in with my shader brush just to blend that black a little bit more so it's not obviously black. And you can really see the difference in the eyes with the black. Then I'm going to be using some Duo Lash Glue. I don't really recommend using lash glue to apply glitter. I recommend using a glitter adhesive of some kind. But this is all I had, so I'm just going to pop that on the back of my hand and then pat it on my lid with my finger. Then over top of that glue, I'm using a Makeup Forever Diamond Powder, and I believe it's number 5. I'm not sure, but it is a very bronzy, glittery mess when you put it on, so you probably want to do your foundation after you apply the glitter, but I didn't because I wasn't really thinking. Anyway, this is a very pretty glitter. It's kind of comes off more of an eyeshadow than a glitter, but hey. So just a close-up of how it turns out. It would look much better with glitter adhesive. Then I am using my Teddy Kohl liner to line my lower waterline. You can use a gold or a black for this if you want. It's just whatever you prefer. Then I'm jamming out and curling my lashes for some reason. Then for mascara today, first I'm going to use the Jordana Best Volume Extreme and apply generous coats of that to the top lashes and the bottom lashes. Then I'm using the Mally Instant Impact Mascara. I am going to do a first impressions kind of video for this mascara, just to see what I think of it. That'll be up after the new year also. Then, just because I didn't really feel like my crease was dark enough, I'm going in with the color, Dark Throne, and my Real Techniques shader brush and kind of cutting my crease a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and blend that all out. I do go back in with a little bit of Cry Later and Fallen just to make that not obviously black, make it look more brown than black. For natural look, I applied the lip shimmer in Radiance from Burt's Bees, just kind of more natural, but I wanted to add a little bit of color to the lips, so I am using the Kat Von D Foiled Love lipstick in the color FTW, I believe. It's just kind of not really red, not really pink, it's kind of somewhere in between. It's a really pretty color though. And with that finishes my bronze New Year look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all after the New Year. Thanks for watching. Bye.